All right. So this is just a quick video. I'm going to try and get it done in 2 minutes or less. So most exciting thing that came out of ICC 2018 obviously has to be the announcement of Ignition 8 with the Perspective module. We did find out today a couple of details. Beta is going to be ready in a couple of weeks. And we will be able to test drive it, or we'll be able to purchase it in February 2019. Good news is that the Perspective mobile module is covered under upgrade protection. So if you already have the mobile module, it sounds like you'll be able to upgrade to the Perspective mobile as part of your upgrade protection. We did get some pricing information, but I'm going to kind of leave that alone and talk about it later. It's right in line with their existing licensing model. So Perspective or Ignition 8 is essentially, there's a couple of key elements that came out of it. And in fact, I wasn't going to touch on the blog, but just a couple of the key points that UDTs are going to be, they basically completely rebuilt the tag system in Ignition 8. So UDTs are twice as efficient as flat tags. Tag changes are faster. There's no real impact on the system. It sounds like they're going to be handling, they're going to be viewing the tags as separate resources. So that's kind of a big thing. New scripting API, we'll be able to subscribe. So through the API, we're going to have the ability to subscribe to individual tag properties. A much more extendable data model. We'll have dynamic UDT parameters. There'll be true project inheritance in the project system. It really just has to do with using the EAM and how and global templates, the global project resources, and how they can be utilized by various projects in your gateway or in other gateways. It gives us the ability to merge global templates with projects at the site level, and overrides will be permissible, which is pretty slick. Be way more flexible. And the big thing is source control. So they modified the project resource system to support external source control tools, finally. So the two big things that we've been waiting for, source control support and a modern mobile module, and we get both of them in Ignition 8. Even our templates can be stored in a central repository and managed using all of the standard off-the-shelf external source control tools. The other thing that they're doing is we're improving the way that designers interact with each other while you're working on this in the same gateway. Right now, that if you have a bunch of developers working in a gateway, it can cause some issues, and they've fully revamped that. As always, Ignition 8 is going to be fully backward compatible, so you'll be able to upgrade an Ignition 7.9 project up to Ignition 8. And then mobile, which I'm going to show you. I'm going to demo here in a second. Ignition Perspective, it's essentially it's the sibling of the Vision module. So Vision is Java Swing, and Ignition Perspective is full HTML5 for your industrial apps. It's a universal runtime. It's going to run in a web browser. There is also an app you can download from the Apple Store or from Android. It's called just look up Ignition, Inductive Automation, or Perspective, and you'll see it. It's pretty slick. Totally secure, supports two-factor authentication, and one of the great things about it is that it's using a JSON-based property model. And we're going to go ahead and take a look at it here in just a second. If you want to, I'm going to put this link in this post, but here's the announcement. So powerful tools, web technologies, next generation Viz system. They're building into Ignition 8. You're going to be able to build dynamic industrial apps that automatically respond to your own unique perspective. I can tell you we've taken a look at this. I've demoed it the last couple of hours yesterday. It's pretty dang slick. Standard edition is going to be $6,500, and mobile only will be $4,500. It is an absolutely beautiful module. Carl spoke in the keynote about how it far exceeded his expectations, and he is definitely not kidding. It is beautiful. It looks like it's going to be very, very scalable. I think initially the number of components for perspective are going to be limited, it looks like, at least in the demos that we've seen. But clearly that library is going to expand. It looks like the way that you build in perspective is the same way you build in an Ignition Designer. You'll just be selecting a different vision environment, which is perspective. So think of perspective as a module like Vision, but it's all web-based. Anyway, highly recommend you go to inductiveautomation.com/ignition what's new and take a look at it. Also, we're going to go ahead and take a look at the demos. So you can go to demo.inductiveautomation.com and take a look at perspective. It's all built in perspective. Very, very cool. They have some additional demo applications coming along, food and bev and oil and gas. We can go ahead and take a look at all of our real-time statistics, all the standard HTML5 stuff. So super, super fast response. It's all native mobile, so if we're looking at this on a tablet, it's going to adjust for the tablet size. We look at it on a phone, it's going to adjust for the phone size. It has all of it. Perspective allows us, using the mobile app, if we're using the app and not the browser, we can use the GPS chip on your cell phone. We can look at, I'm assuming the accelerometer is going to be accessible. So the camera, they had a really cool barcode scanning treasure hunt during ICC. It just looks beautiful. I mean, pure, and then the responsiveness here, you can see like at this motor speed here, that this type of stuff's only possible with HTML5. So it's impressive. I highly recommend everybody go and take a look. It's something else. Go back to all features on the reporting side. It looks now like reports load much faster in this mobile module. They look just the same, but it looks beautiful. It's just I highly recommend you come in and take a look. Let's see if my PLC is still in here. Let's take a look. I put an Easy Logics in here yesterday. Figured not many people would do that. I put it in Warehouse 2. It looks like they reset it. Boo. Maybe at midnight they nuke their database. Anyway, come to the demo.inductiveautomation.com and take a look. Just go ahead and take an overall tour. You'll get a really good feel for the application. It's definitely impressive. I far exceeded our expectations, and we knew this was coming. I mean, we were prepared for it. We'd seen early demos, early alphas, and we were blown away, which is just, it's pretty hard to do. They did a heck of a job. Anyway, that's it. Enjoy. I'll have a bunch of other closing remarks about ICC 2018, which was ICC Lead the Way, coming up in the next week. So, but anyway, up until now, until then, play with the demo. Later.